What's good, you guys? I'm Damo, right? I know y'all gonna ask me where's Hunter, but Hunter is busy. So unfortunately, man, we gotta kick it solo tonight, right? So welcome in to the Bama BluePrint podcast. Okay, kind of a short show for you guys tonight. You know what I'm saying? So before we get into it, make sure you guys are like and subscribe to the Roll Tide Nation network YouTube channel. It would be greatly appreciated, right? So with that being said, let's just go ahead and jump into it right with our first topic of the night. Okay, how can Ty bounce back? Right, what Ty needs to show after last week. Okay, so in my opinion, I think that Ty needs to get his confidence back. You know, you can see last week he was kind of flustered and with the pressure getting to him and how many hits and sacks he was taking. You know, when you play quarterback and you're taking that many hits, you're taking that many sacks, and you don't really have time to really sit and relax and go through your reads in the pocket, you know, it can kind of rush your game to a certain extent. You know, you can kind of be looking over your shoulder, you know, and instead of you dropping back in the pocket, right, and control and looking at where your reads are, you're in the pocket and you're wondering, hey, when am I going to get hit next? Am I going to get hit now? When the next sack going to be okay? And we do know that Ty has had, you know, fumble issues, right? I do think that he has to get those under control. Okay, with a fumble in what, like he has like a fumble in the last 5 games, right? I think he had two turnovers against Oklahoma. He did throw two picks, but luckily, right, one got called back. You know, so just taking care of the football, and that's the main thing because teams are gonna go over this Alabama film, right, and they are going to see that Ty has really been, you know, turnover prone these last 5 to 6 weeks, right? So they're gonna really be attacking the ball, trying to strip sack Ty when they get to him. You know what I'm saying? So I think Ty can just do a better job of just playing confident, stepping up in the pocket, you know, and one other thing, man, I think that Ty just needs to block out all the noise, you know. And I know that as a quarterback, well, as a football player, you know, and pros, because I think college players are pros, right? They try their hardest to not really pay attention as to what's going on social media and what's being asked of them in these interviews and stuff like that. So I think that Ty also has to do a better job of just blocking out all the noise, okay, and just focusing on his job, you know, coming in, getting better each and every day. Okay, because I still think that Ty Simpson is the man for the job. I still have complete trust in Ty Simpson. Turnovers, missed field goals, you are right, but the missed field goals are something that I feel like Ty really can't control. But listen, the field goal kicking, okay, that's something we're gonna get into like another time because y'all already know how I feel about that, right? But turnover wise, man, I definitely feel like Ty, that is something that Ty Simpson can control, you know, and it's really not like him because what, like the first few weeks of the season, he was doing a great job of taking care of the football. And it's like now when I look at Ty, I just feel like he's lacking some confidence. You can see that he's kind of dropping his head after when a play doesn't go his way, he's kind of dropping his head. You know, and as a football player and especially as a quarterback, your team is going to mirror you. Okay, they're going to act how you act. They're going to go about things how you go about things, right? So when a play doesn't go your way or you're turning the ball over, you know, and you drop your head or you looking kind of sluggish, that right there is going to mirror your team. You know what I'm saying? And if they see you acting like that, they're going to act like that too. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think that confidence is the main thing that Ty Simpson needs to show this week. Now it's an easy week, okay. Bama is favored by like 50 something points that I was told earlier in our group chat. Bama is favored by like 51. Okay, so this right here is a game that Ty Simpson could get back on track. Okay, kind of gain his mojo back, gain his confidence back. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and make some plays. I don't really think that we will see Ty Simpson a lot tomorrow, but we shall see. Can Bama drop 50? You know what? I think Bama can drop 50 in the first half. You know, you got a pissed off Alabama team. Okay, we're not playing. No disrespect to them, but we're playing a nobody. You know what I'm saying? So hey, you're coming into Bryant-Denny Stadium after Alabama just suffered a crushing loss on homecoming. Alabama just suffered they just lost a game clinching loss. Okay, if Alabama would have beat Oklahoma, we would have been firmly in the playoff and firmly in the conference championship game, and we fell short. So hey, yeah, I think Bama's gonna put up at least 50 in the first half because that's just how pissed off that these guys are, right? And especially with everything that they've been seeing on social media for this past week, okay, how the committee did them and how everybody's saying that Bama shouldn't make the playoff. If Bama loses one more, they shouldn't be in the playoff. Listen, you got a pissed off, focused, determined Alabama team. That is not something that I would want to be walking into if I was Eastern Illinois. Okay, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they can't show that, but I know in the back of their minds, they're thinking like, man, like this is a pissed off Alabama team. Like we are in for 4 quarters of a straight beat down. So, do I think Alabama can hang 50 tomorrow? I think we hang 50 in the first half. And I do think we cover the spread, which is like 50 something. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely see that. But back to Ty. Man, play with confidence, block out all the noise, okay? Trust the guys around you, you know what I'm saying? Trust your scheme, trust your play calling, and just don't think too much. Don't try to always make the big play all the time. Take your time in the pocket, go through your reads, and hey, if he does that, man, Ty Simpson will be just fine. Like I said, hey, I still think Ty Simpson is the guy for the job. I do still think that Ty Simpson will take us to the college football playoff and the conference championship. And listen, it ain't changing. I still think that Ty Simpson can win the Heisman. Okay, we're gonna need a big performance from against Auburn, right? But I do still think that he is firmly in the Heisman race. But we shall see. But I mean, hey, Alabama is entering win or go home territory. Okay, so listen, we are gonna need Alabama to be playing their best ball, and it starts right now. Okay, getting that run game going and going into Auburn. So JT, can you pull that next clip for me, brother? Win or go home, right? Why Alabama has zero margin for error. So listen, I think that the committee really sent Alabama a message. Now, I didn't agree with where Alabama was placed, dropping six spots, sorry, from 4 to 10. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I do think that the committee sent Alabama a clear cut message. Listen, get that run game going and win out, right? Or you will not be making the college football playoff. That's what I think the committee is really sending Alabama and saying to Alabama. Now, do I agree with it? No, I do not, because I also feel like everything that we accomplished before the Oklahoma game was just thrown out the window, which I do not agree with. But hey, man, it is what it is. Win or go home. We still control our own destiny. We still control our own destiny. Okay, we got to win tomorrow. Okay, then we have to go into Jordan-Hare and we have to win in Jordan-Hare. Okay, that game right there has our entire season depending on it, right? If we win, we're most likely in the conference championship game, right? And we're most likely, you know, um, in in the college football playoff. Now I'm gonna kick Hunter to the curb. Listen, Hunter is busy. Okay, so listen, we gotta rock it out solo tonight. The committee just made a reason to keep. I do think that, because the reason that they gave us is because we could not rush for 100 yards in a football game. I think that's not a great reason, because if that was the reasoning, why didn't you just continue to drop us? Because listen, Alabama Ben couldn't run the football. Okay, we haven't been good on the ground all season. So to use that against us now, I don't think that was great. Not a great idea. Notre Dame bias, but hey, that's a conversation for another time. You know what I'm saying? But yes, win and go home. Okay, you beat East Illinois. Okay, you beat Auburn. You pretty much notch yourself a spot in the conference championship, right? But it does not stop there. Okay, whoever you play in the conference championship, you must also win that game. Okay, no matter if it's A&M or it's Georgia. Okay, Alabama has to go into that game thinking like this: if we lose, right, our season very much well could be over. NCAA national conspiracy against Alabama. That was great. Wherever you made that up there, bro, that was very smart. Do you think Alabama will win against Auburn since it's an away game? Yes. Um, like I said, I think this Alabama team is very, very pissed. And when Caleb DeBoer said he saw the rankings and went right back to work, that right there just let me know all I needed to know that this team is very focused and determined. And they know. Listen, we all know that everybody is against Alabama. Okay, it is what it is. Everybody is waiting for Alabama to lose, drop a game, okay, so they can throw it in our face that we did not make the playoff for a second year in a row. But we are not gonna let that happen, okay? So I do think that this Alabama team is very focused, very determined, you know what I'm saying, to achieve every goal that we have set, right? Because it's still all in front of us, right? All we have to do is win and go home. Now, I know we all kind of hate this coming down to the Auburn game. You know what I'm saying? But hey, like that's what makes college football what it is. Okay. Sometimes you're gonna have to go through your biggest rival in order to get to where you're gonna to where you want to go, right? And also, if Alabama wins at Auburn next week, right, that could also, crush Auburn's bowl eligibility hopes. You know what I'm saying? Because Auburn's gonna be playing to get into a bowl game, much like Alabama will. You know what I'm saying? So hey, why not go into Auburn? Punch your ticket to the playoff and conference championship. And on the other hand, you're ruining all Auburn fans' dreams and hopes. That sounds good to me. You know what I'm saying? So win or go home, man. I think we see a focused and determined and a different Alabama team in these next few weeks. Okay. So with Eastern Illinois, listen, there's not really much that you can say, okay, but it is what it is. So that right there is probably going to lead me into my last topic of the night. Okay, the score predictions. Okay, I'm gonna take it easy. So since we are favored by 50, I don't want to be too disrespectful to them. So I'm gonna say a score prediction. I'm gonna say Alabama 70, Eastern Illinois 0. Much like we saw against ULM, Alabama comes out firing, scoring on every single possession. East Illinois just has no chance from the start. You know what I'm saying? So that's the kind of game that it's going to be. And it's senior day, okay? The last game in Bryant Denny of the season. So these guys want to go out with a bang and put on a show for all the fans in attendance, right? So I got Alabama 70, Eastern Illinois 0. If Eastern Illinois scores a point, I'm going to be a bit disappointed, even if it's just 3 points, right? We should shut them out, okay? Player of the game, I'm going to go with Ty Simpson, okay? I do think that we see a great Ty Simpson bounce back game tomorrow. I don't really think that we will see him the entire game. I think that we see Ty Simpson for at least a half. Yeah, at least a half. And then we let some other guys like Austin Mack and Keelan Russell get their shine in as well. So I'm gonna go Ty Simpson for player of the game. I think he gets at least 20 attempts, and then they're gonna go ahead and call it a half. You know what I'm saying? So what 42-0? You know what, James? 42-0 seems like a bit of a letdown to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I still got some built up anger from, you know, this last week as well. So I need us to at least put up 60 to 70 points. 68 to 0.5. That is a score prediction that only you can come up with, Herb. So I'm not one bit surprised by that. But I need 70. I need a 70 burger tomorrow. Okay. Leave no doubt. Okay. I want these guys to come out and play Eastern Illinois like we're playing Georgia. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Run the scoreboard up, get that frustration out, get the run game going. Ty Simpson gets back on track. Wide receivers get back on track. Okay. And then, hey, we get the ball rolling and we go into Auburn next week and we get a win, right? And then we go to the conference championship and we get a win there as well. And then on to the college football playoff. All right. So that's what I think our score prediction and player of the game will be for tomorrow. I'm looking forward to seeing a great game tomorrow from these guys. Okay, it is senior day, so we will be acknowledging, I think it's like 16 or 17 departing seniors. So it's going to be a great atmosphere tomorrow in Bryant Denny Stadium. Okay, I hope to see all of you guys there. So listen, Bama 52-10, you know what? So do y'all think we take it easy on these guys tomorrow? Because I think we should just go ahead and put the pedal to the metal. Okay, get all those frustrations out. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're still mad about, get it out tomorrow. Okay. I will go for 2 points after every TD. I'm done with Tati. Next kicker up, RTR. So I think we pretty much all know how I feel about Tati. I'm not gonna get into it because y'all saying it for me, right? But hey, the kicking game, man. Listen, when he goes out there, all we got to do is just say a really quick prayer, and hopefully, right? Hopefully he comes through for us, because last week that 36 yarder, it didn't look too good. You know what I'm saying? And I think that when it's like a 36 yarder and up, he has kind of troubles. But I mean, hey, I'm not the coach. Whatever they see in Tati, hey, I'm just a fan. So whatever. It is what it is, right? So that right there is probably gonna wrap us up, for the night. It was a very quick show without my guy Hunter. You know what I'm saying? So Hunter, if you're watching, I held it down for you, bro, as best as I could, right? So listen, I'm Damo Reacts, right? You can find me Thursday nights talking Tide Hoops with JT, sorry, Jeff, Hunter, and myself. Okay, Friday night here, the Bama Blueprint, me, Hunter, and Billy, and Sunday night talking Bama. I'm sorry, right? And you can find me on the best Bama YouTube channel there is, the Roll Tide Nation Network, right? You can also find me on TikTok, right? That's Domo Reacts. That's DOMO_reacts. Also, me and Hunter will be at the game tomorrow, out there filming content, getting videos, right? So if you guys see us out there, man, feel free to come up, talk to us, get in the video with us, man. Say Roll Tide, anything you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So that right there is gonna wrap us up for the night, man. Thank you guys. Roll Tide.